Hi, friends. How are you? What's in the? Oh, ignore that. It's a little bit of a mess. Working on some things. Those of you who are my usual suspects who tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. might notice my daughter's room is my she shed while she's at college. And you see everything is clear, almost clear there. We're getting the carpet stretched, much needed. But dearest Lord in heaven, it's an ordeal. We had our carpet in our bedroom stretched last Saturday, and this Saturday it's this room. And she's got a lot more crapola than I had in mine. And her closet. It's a walk-in closet. Good for her. God, I would have killed for a room like this when I was a kid. Miss Stacy, how are you? Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just explaining. Everything's kind of backwards, but how, yeah, I've been spending the last couple of days cleaning out my daughter's room because the man is coming to stretch the carpet on Saturday. And then my husband said, well, why don't we get the carpets cleaned in her room and our room? And that sounds like a lovely idea in theory. In theory. But that means, like, where do we put all of this? And then all of our stuff. How do we? I haven't had the carpets cleaned in a while, and I don't remember what they do. Tell me, do I have to move all of so this furniture all has to leave the room for the carpet to be stretched. Can I move the furniture back into the room before the carpet cleaners come? Do you know the answer to this? Please tell me. And in full disclosure, I have the Dodger game on my phone right here because the Dodgers just need to win one more game and they go to the next level. Okay. If they had won it yesterday, I wouldn't have to worry about it today, but they didn't. So now I have to worry about it. And now they're in extra innings because it's tied 1-1. Okay. Let's get into it. Now, I am super excited today because I went and bought Maybelline Super Stay. Why does that? It just looks weird because it's the glare. But anyway, Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. Who needs a skin tint for 24 hours? Not this girl. But it's got a vitamin C derivative in it. Good for you. It's shade number 120. I did try this the other day because I just couldn't help it. I waited as long as I could and I had to try it. I was blown away. So I'm going to put it on for you, but I'm going to put it side by side with the Makeup by Mario because you know I love him. This is the original SurrealSkin Foundation. So it's not the new one. The new one is like a semi-matte. They say it's good for dry skin. I'll be the judge of that. I literally will be the judge of that at some point. But I just bought the Natasha Denona. Like these products are coming at me at the speed of light. So let's get the hair out of the way. Where's my thing here? Okay. All right, let's do this guy. Okay. Oh, I just feel so fancy and special when I have this on. It's just, does it have to be this big? I don't know. Apparently it does. Right? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to keep, you're going to see my eye. You're just going to have to deal. You're going to see my eyes cutting up here to the game. It's 1-1. And if you hear me freak out. Okay. I have a sample of the RMS Beauty. Are you guys familiar with this brand? I have, let me move all this stuff out. I have a whole little tray here. I've got 2 blushes. I've got 2 bronzers, mascara that I've never tried from them. Their luminizer. I have to talk to you about this. And then I have 2, this is a little tiny. So they sell, and I have this all linked in my link tree. I was smart this time. I'm learning, and I added this to my cart or whatever on Linktree before I went live. But they have little sets that are available right now. That's where I got these 2. I think I got these 2 and this together, maybe. I don't know. This is a lip to cheek. Things like that, I tend to just use it for the cheek. Then I have an Uncover Up, which I've never used, which is like her concealer slash, I guess, use it all over your face if you want to. This one, this is another lip to cheek. It's called Spell, and it does not look like much. It just looks like a beige nothing. It looks like a nothing burger, right? Miss Kathy, hi, honey. Look, hold on. This looks like a nothing burger. Even on my hand, it looks like a nothing burger. But it's a nice burger on my face. Where I went wrong somewhere. It's really pretty on. It's one of my favorites. Okay. I felt like I had a little bronzer. I know that I do. I know that I have a little bronzer one because there were 3 and it's not here and it's probably in my bedroom and my bathroom. And I'm so sorry to tell you that. Whatever. I'm sure I don't know. I'm sure it's great. I don't have it with me. God, just when you think that you're prepared. It's all right. So, and before I get started, there's something that I want to tell you. Where's Monica? She's not here yet. Okay, Monica, I talked to you guys about the Hourglass palette last week. Loved this palette. I almost didn't get it. She's very expensive, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't already have one and you want to treat yourself, this is going to last you for freaking ever. But so there's a powder, a highlighter, a bronzer, and then 3 blushes. Everything can be used on the eyes as well. Well, what I learned, when you read, you learn things. On the Hourglass website, they say put the powder on it's a finishing powder. So it's not like a setting powder or whatever. So typically a finishing powder is when you finish, right? It's at the very end. Well, not this. They say put this powder on first. And it makes sense because if you have a wet, dewy foundation, or even just your skincare, and you go to put powder on it, it's going to kind of stick. So use a light, super, super light. Like it's almost invisible. It's like nothing. A little bit of like a luminous glow from within, but not sparkle. Like there's no actual glitter. There's no particles in there. Put that all over first. And then when you go to put this on, it's nice and airy. And you know what? I didn't read that on their website. They sent me an email. And instead of deleting the email, I actually read it. That's a concept. Follow me for more life hacks. Read the emails that you get. Okay? Okay. A load of work, my friend, a load of work. I have been not losing sleep, but waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it. Okay. All right. Now, this is the RMS Beauty Revolve Radiance Re-Evolve. Okay. Apply 1 to 2 drops onto fingers, brush, or sponge, massaging onto your face as you would a moisturizer. Allow it to dry. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my point of view skin prep, okay? I'm going to give everything just the best possible shot it could have. I feel like the Statue of Liberty when I wore mine. Oh my God, that's what I feel like. The Statue of Liberty. Oh my God. Okay. You know what I've been noticing? I thought that I used to always put stuff on the back of my hands, like any extra. But I've been noticing lately the back of my hands are looking pretty fresh. They're looking pretty fresh. All right. Were you here, Kathy, when I was saying if you keep seeing me look up, it's because I'm watching the score. It's bottom of the 10th. It's still 1-1. All right, Dodgers. All right, this is Drip It. We drenched it. Now we drip it. This is a glow serum. Nothing like putting your makeup on at 6 o'clock at night. My esthetician always would do this. I haven't had a facial in a long time. You know, I feel like between that Dr. Malaxin Oh my gosh, that stuff is fantastic. Um, it's in my link tree there if you click on it. Between Dr. Malaxin, between the Paula's Choice liquid exfoliants and my red light therapy mask, I am really liking it. I haven't been using it every day, and that is on me. That is my problem. I really kind of knew that I wouldn't. You know, when you're of a certain age, you kind of know thyself, right? Um, but what's funny, I was in here the other day, the door was open. I was sitting on the floor. I think I was taking a break from hauling all of the this is the Whip It. This is the moisturizer. From hauling all of the stuff out of her room. And I sat down and I just was feeling overwhelmed. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit here for a minute. I'm going to put that mask on and I'll just like do a meditation just for 10 minutes. So I'm sitting here breathing. Well, what happens when you decide to sit still and breathe? Everybody comes home, they come upstairs, whatever. Darren just happened at that moment to come up the stairs and he walked by to go into our room and he looks, he's he's humming or whatever. And he walked by and he's like, whoa. It's like, is that Iron Man? Yes, it is. It's Iron Woman. That's who it is. All right. So now I am prepped. I am a dewy, fresh Mama Jamma. I do love that stuff. Point of view. Okay. So now I'm going to use, it says 1 to 2 drops, but when it's in this thing, like, what am I supposed to do? Okay. That feels like enough. I'm surprised. I did not. Okay. Supposed to be a oh, it smells good. What does it smell like? It smells like a spa. It's like, okay, this does not feel like any, it says it's a primer, right? Radiance locking primer. I'm gonna tell you what, this feels like somewhere between a serum and a moisturizer. What in the world is this? People, that, oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, is there enough in there to use that again? Is that gonna, I'm saving this. Normally, I just use, like, my intention was, even though I knew there was like a little bit more in there, I'm like, whatever, this is plenty, and I'll just throw this away. I'm not throwing this away. First impression is yay. It just smells like a spa. Like, and there's almost no scent, but there was just like this really, really light, clean, fresh spa. Like now I can't smell it, but I did smell it there for a second. So, anyways, okay, put that on my cuticles. God knows the cuticles. Is that part of menopause also? Everything is just dehydrating. Everything is dehydrating. Drink your water. Look at that. Cute. Mhm. I know, I know, he probably crap his pants. Seriously. She said you should prank the hubby and jump out, scare him wearing the mask. Okay, let's do some brows. And I'm trying to I'm not going to do it today, but I am trying to get myself in a habit of doing my shadow first, and then doing the foundation after. The reason, just because then if you have any fallout, you just clean it all up when you do the foundation. But I don't have fallout that often because am I ever doing that dramatic looks? No. Tell me this. Give me your opinion. Because I'm more of a natural girl. I like a dewy glow. But it doesn't always translate online. Like you can't really see the differences. I look at not old videos, but ones that I've done already. I'm like, I mean, you can tell I'm wearing makeup, but like, kind of not really. Would you rather see bolder looks or do you like everyday stuff? Right? Yes, come on, Dodgers. Would you like everyday stuff? Like, tell me what your preference is. Or do you not have a preference? You don't care what I do. And that's okay too. You don't have to care. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's start with Mario. on half of my face. Good old Mario. I'm only going to use half a pump because I've been trying other skin tints and I kind of forget if he's the full pump or he's the half pump, but I kind of think half. You just got Medicube collagen jelly cream. Yes, I have tried it and I did like it. I did like it. I felt like though it lasted try and see, but it lasted like 5 hours, 6 hours. Okay, what side am I gonna do? I'll do this side. And then I felt a little bit dry. Um, so I don't know. I need to still play around with it and see. Okay, that's half a pump, and that see, for me, normal every day going out into the world, this is fine. But I'm kind of wondering, should I do more when but no, you can see, tell me, you can see that, right? You can see that. It's very dewy. And I probably could go with a little bit darker, but once I get everything all done, you can see. All right. I'm just curious on how this is different. Gosh, that's fast. I'm looking for my mirror. Okay. Yeah, no, I knew that's what it was. It's definitely noticeable, isn't it? Look at that. I just want to see what it looks like up close. I do it this way. There we go. I mean, it's a 5x mirror, so it's kind of scary, but no, it just looks good. Mario, you are a magician. Okay. Now let's turn that off. Now let's do the Maybelline Super Stay. Okay. I am going to use a clean brush. I just got these. Now, I probably, to compare like to like, I should use the same brush, but I don't have two of the same brush. I'm not quite that bougie just yet. Now the only thing so far I don't really like is how the topper, it's just a little bit messy. I mean, it hasn't made a mess yet, but there's mess potential. Do I have to shake this up first? I don't know, but I probably should. Let me shake it up. Look at me. I feel like Phantom of the Opera. My makeup icon is Tammy Faye. More is more. Miss Sharon, how are you? I used to watch the Jim and Tammy show in the mornings with my mom. Okay, how many am I going to use? Maybe 3. I feel like that might even be too much. Okay. This is very similar. This is one of the Morphe. I don't know what number it is. It doesn't say. But anyway, I got this whole set of like their pro brushes because they were on sale. Does that mean they're discontinuing them? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway. Okay. So pack it on the brush. Like really get it evened out in there. Okay. No, I need more. That's not nearly enough, I don't think. No. Let's just try. Okay. Shut up, Sherry. See, and here's one thing to think about. Obviously, when you have a more expensive foundation, sometimes you're paying for the name, but quite often you're paying for a lot of other things, okay? Quality of ingredients and all of that. Ooh, but that looks really nice. Do I need more? Maybe a smidge more. But here's the thing. I used 3 drops. You can see the difference. That's Mario on this side. And that's the Maybelline. Like you can't really tell there. Now here, is it just that I have, because it does look different, right? Mario's a lot dewier. but maybe it's because I have more Mario on. I'm gonna put a little bit more. This was on Amazon Prime yesterday for $12. $12. Oh, someone sent me a text. Someone sent me another text. Please hold. Oh, yeah, it's my friend. She's watching the Dodger game too. We could be here all night with this Dodger game. I know. You like my little beep? You do love us. You're gonna do a full face on wash. I know. I am. I'm gonna do a full face, and then I'm gonna head right in. I'm not even gonna go downstairs with this. I'm gonna just go right into the bathroom and take it all off. And how I really love you is I'm gonna put mascara on. I hate taking off mascara. Okay, so this is the Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. So this is not as dewy as Mario. It's a little more matte. You know what I wonder? I wonder if this is a semi-matte. Is this similar to the new Mario? But the reason I wanted to test this is because literally all of the makeup artists professional makeup artists that I follow on YouTube rave about this. It's one of their favorites. I see why now, right? Oh, Laura's here. Hi, hi, hi. Yes. Oh, the first one was plenty. And then, but I just kind of want to even it out. Now let me look at it up close. God, we're at the top of the 11th this game. Okay. Wow. Oh, and then, so just real quick, this reminded me because I'm looking at, I got a little too much up around the eye area. RMS Beauty is Rosemary Swift. Huh? Rosemary Swift, RMS. She is a professional makeup artist. She used to do all of the makeup for Victoria's Secret, Runway, Angels, all the Victoria's Secret stuff. She's that older lady with the short white hair. She's so beautiful. She doesn't look like she's had any work done. Good for her. But her skin just glows. It just glows. It looks amazing. She was saying, though, in a video I saw the other day, is she says, women of a certain age, pew, 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 do not put a ton of product up here around your eyes. Now, before we went live, because I am becoming such the professional with this, I went ahead and dampened my beauty sponge in advance. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of extra product that's sitting right there. And I always pick up a little extra that's in my 11 or my 1.5 right there. And then marionette line, anywhere where product could kind of settle, just because there's a lot of movement, right? I felt like I got a little too much on my chin. Okay. All right. I think I'm fine. Okay. Sorry, I had like an itch there, but I don't want to wipe it away. I don't want the makeup to wipe away. Why is this not working? Okay. Fine. What's okay? Mario. Did I pull away a little too much right there? I did. Fill it back in. Okay. Mario. Maybelline. The M's. Mario. Maybelline. Can you see how this just isn't quite as dewy? But I am beyond impressed. I got to go somewhere that sells makeup by Mario and find your color. Just for reference, this is 7C, and I think it's a little too light. The other tip, did I tell you this last time? I might have, is when you have mature skin, see, I have these like a little itch, but I think it's like a little tiny, Bella has these fine little like dog hair. Yep, I think that's it. I don't think my house is covered in dog hair, but apparently it's floating around. There it goes. It's floating around here. She didn't used to shed this much. Anyways, when you have mature skin, err on the side of going a little bit darker. If you're lighter, it's going to highlight texture and things. Okay? Okay. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Now, I'm gonna swatch some stuff for you. Let me remove well, no, maybe it's better to have it on top of my hand with the makeup on it because it got rid of my freckles. Okay. So I have 2 bronzers. One is their very, very famous, it's called Tan Lines. I don't like to show things that are messy. Tan Lines. And then the nails need to be done, by the way, I am aware. So if somebody feels like they have the need, feel the need to tell me that, I don't need you to tell me. I know. We're also in prepping because my niece is getting married in 2 weeks. Very excited about that. So just when I said nails, it made me think of it. This one is Beach Walk Betty and Tan Lines. They're very similar. Beach Walk Betty looks a little bit cooler. So let me swatch Beach Walk Betty. Right there. See that? I don't know. Does it make it worse to have makeup on my hand? I'm going to really pack it on. There. Beach Walk Betty. See how they have like a luminescence, kind of like the hourglass in a way, but these are not baked. And then this is Tan Lines. Tan Lines. Beach Walk Betty. Looks like it has like, it's cooler. It has a little more pink to it. Okay. Then let me show you the blushes that I have. I have 2. What I like is see how these have like a bronzy RMS and this has like a, well, they're different colors. I think they're different colors. Maybe they're the same. No, it has like a red RMS if it's a blush. And it has like a bronzy if it's a bronzer. Okay. All right. This is Crystal Slipper. So the NARS brand has the shade Orgasm. They have Orgasm everything. Blush, I think I have a shadow thing over here. I do. They've got lip gloss. They've got all the things. Yeah. This is NARS. See that? Isn't that pretty? Well, that's not showing up right. Okay. So RMS Beauty has Crystal Slipper. Started as a blush, and it's now morphed into 1,000 things. They even have the lip to cheek one, and I think a luminizer. They have a lip gloss, all these really pretty things. So let me show you this one. Just making sure. Okay. God, bottom of the 11th, 1-to-1. Let me show you Crystal Slipper, and I'll show you the other one too that I have. Maiden's Blush. This one I was shocked when I got it. Why did I order this? I don't know. It's just way bolder than what I normally would wear. So, ooh, but it's pretty. And these you can use on your eyes as well. I do believe. I mean, I do. Okay. Crystal Slipper and Maiden's Blush. Let me blend that out a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. That's why I ordered it. Don't let it fool you. Look at how dark that is. But it's not that bad. Damp sponge. Yes, and around your mouth. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know. Bella's like us old ladies. Our hair thins. I know. I know. Yeah, Mario is more dewy. Okay, so I'm going to use, I love that Maiden's Blush. Oh, dang it. Okay. But I also want to do this color Spell that I love so much. And I have bronzer. I have so many things on these cheeks. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 2 separate ones. What I'm going to do, because I only have so many cheeks. Now, I want to show you, let me clean off my fingers. Okay. I'm going to do this in a certain order. Okay, rewind. So one of the first things that caught my eye about RMS Beauty was Crystal Slipper. Also, it was just the beautiful skin that Rosemary had. She has these lippy things, these lip to cheek things. The one she used to put on all of the models was red. It is red, but it comes off more sheer. She would just just put a little bit, just give them this like angelic glow. And then she would talk about, and she put the red on her. It looks amazing. Am I brave enough to get the red? No, no. Might I in the future? Maybe. Maybe. I might buy, you know what I might do? Because they have these sets. If you click on my link tree, it shows it right there. They have like a 3-pack of these little ones. I think it even comes with a mascara. I think I'm gonna buy the set, keep the red one for me. The other 2 and the mascara, like, either give them to my daughter or split it up between my daughter and my nieces. But this was the product, the luminizer. What were you saying about dog hair is your wardrobe? They shed like they're being paid. That's funny. Okay, this is so creamy. So creamy. And then look. See how sheer that is? Okay, that was itchy. Let me show you. First, I'll dab it on so you can see. See it there, right? But then it just looks, again, no glitter. It's got a shimmer. There's a shimmer to it. But like, look at that. Can you see that? See how it just looks dewy and fresh? If I were adjectives, I would be dewy and fresh. You know, I say that all the time. I love it so much. Okay. I'm going to put this on first. This is the more matte side. Now, I might have put too much. Rosemary says, keep it away from like up in here. Put it like just where you want to be dewy and fresh. Oh, I think I got too much, friends. I overindulged. But she's blending in. She's okay. Okay. And then I could put a little like up here too. But I'm tapping because I don't want my makeup to remove. Okay. So I normally wouldn't put like blush here because I've got very round cheeks and I don't. And look how sensitive my skin is. I'm giving myself a rosy glow just by tapping. Okay. This is the luminizer. The other thing that she has, and I think I added it to Linktree, and I've wanted it for a very long time. I think I'm going to add it to my Christmas list for myself, is a compact that has a 4-pack. It's got the red lip to cheek. It's got the luminizer. I think it has Spell. It might have these other 2 that I have. It might have like one like this, which is, I don't know. And hold on, gotta get the eyes. Is it upside down? Demure. It's Demure. And then Spell. Okay, I'm gonna put Spell on. Yeah, put a spell on you. Looks like a nothing burger, but I'm telling you, it is so pretty. But I'm putting this on first because then I'm gonna, if I use a bronzer or crystal slipper, you can kind of see. Do you see that? How it's just like, okay, Sherry, stay away from that area. What is my problem? But the other thing is because this is like, it feels very hydrating. It's just pretty. See? It's just pretty. I love it. And I don't, again, you can use them for your lips. I'm not going to do that. Here's what I did not use from her. This is her Uncover Up. And I've watched her use this with a brush where she just takes a little brush and she just puts it wherever she wants to cover things. But you know what? Look at how good, if you follow me, I have all this hyperpigmentation in here. Look how good it blended. Okay, I have a little spot right here. Can you see that? And I don't know that this is my right color. I think that this came in an Ipsy box. But like just the littlest bit. Okay, Dodgers are still 1-1, bottom of the 11th. Good God. Wow, that really spreads. Good Lord. Listen, don't use a lot of her product because it goes a long way. That's crazy. I'm gonna do a full face look one of these days. It's tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Um, using this as a whole face thing. We'll see what that's like. Okay, now this, did I show you what this one was? No. This is Demure. I'll show you on my hand because then I'm going to put the other ones on my face. Put this here. Can you see that? There's like a shadow right there. There. See, it's just like a kiss of color, but it has that shimmer, not shimmer, that kind of a glow to it. I don't know. I hope you can see that. All right. Now I'm going to use, so I love her blushes and her bronzers because they go on, they do have pigment, but they don't just, it's not so much pigment. Like you can really lightly dust it and get a really good look out of it. So I'm going to use, let me start with Crystal Slipper because that is her famous one. And I'm going to use, I have a Dibs Duo brush here. Is that guy going rogue? Okay. How long do you keep a makeup brush? Some of mine are starting to shed. When they start to shed and leave bristles on your face, time to go. Time to go. You know what I would do if I were you? I would start, if you need a new brush, I love nice brushes. God knows. I've got BK Beauty brushes. Love them. I love the Nikki LaRose collection. Amazing. This Dibs brush, incredible. Mario, can't beat it. This one, I mean, because that's like a 2-in-1. I don't remember how much this is, but I would also suggest, hold on. This is the, remember I was showing you earlier, this Morphe brush. Well, I bought it in this set, but I also bought, because I wanted to try, they have new brushes, these. And these fibers, they treat the fibers before they make the brush. So they're like antibacterial. These feel really nice. And you can buy them as a set or you can buy it individually, but they're like 12, anywhere from like $8 to like $15 a brush. And they have all kinds. I got some eye brushes. I got a face brush. This is a nice, like, this is this blush, powder blush. I would want something bigger for bronzer though. So I think I'm going to use, yeah, I think I'm going to use this. I like this guy for bronzer or even that one. But so I know most of you know this, but just in case, the more densely packed the brush, the more product it's going to put on. So like this would be really good for contour. Okay. If you just want a light dusting, you want it, see how it's rounded at the top and it's just really, it's a lot floppier. And like this one for powder blush, look how floppy that is. See that? By comparison, this is the Makeup by Mario. Where is he? Here it is. This is Makeup by Mario Duo blush. That's more densely packed. That's going to give you more product than this guy. This one is just like, that's like a wisp of nothing. So if you have a color that's dark and you just want a little bit, you just want to start with just a wash of color. So I think I'm going to use this one. Let's just do a wash of color, shall we? Yeah, so, but this Mario, okay, look at all the brushes in black. They came in this kit, in this thing, and it was on sale. It's at Ulta, so I got it. Because God forbid I see something and I don't buy it. I don't have to calm down. Yeah, isn't that genius? I know, a sheer luminizer. Look at that. Isn't that just, it's pretty? I know, I know. Let's see. Yes, okay. And the other thing is, I just washed a bunch of my brushes. I used to put I used to put off washing brushes because it's such an ordeal. Then I got to the point where I was like, okay, well, if I just wash them a little bit at a time, because I don't know about you, but I have a lot of brushes. And so I can rotate them. So I like, and it's in my Amazon cart. If you click on Linktree and go to the links, it's on Amazon cart. Sigma Beauty, they make amazing products. They make amazing brushes, but they're pricey. I don't have any of their brushes, but I've heard all about them. But they make a liquid brush cleaner. I really like it. I also like, the people that make the beauty sponge. What's that called? Beauty blender. They have a soap, like a solid soap that works really well. But that Sigma, I just squirt it on a little thing for rinse it, dry it. Like I'll wash a brush in less than a minute. Boom, done. Leave it to dry. And then the next day it's ready to go. Okay, so here we go. Crystal slipper. The Dodgers scored. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's the bottom of the okay, so it's over. It's the bottom of the 11th. Dodgers scored. It's 2-1. Did we just did it. We just did it. We just did it. We just did it. Okay. We just did it. Get out of here. Okay. So excited. Thank you for being here with me. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to lightly, and because game over, because I don't trust it, I have trust issues. So I'm going to just tap it on the back of my hand for a second. Also, you want to make sure that, the bristles are completely coated so you don't end up with a glob. And you can also use the palm of your hand. I assume your hands are clean, okay? So let's just do it here. Oh, here's another tip, because I'm so guilty of this. I just did it. Typically, wherever you put the brush first, especially if it's a powder, well, anywhere, it doesn't really matter if it's powder or not. But like if your face is dewy and then you're touching it with a powder, it's going to glom on. But wherever the brush touches first is where the majority of the product goes. So if you start here and brush back, you're going to get bloop. And then, do you know what I'm saying? So with your bronzer and things, you can kind of, if you start back here and dust it forward. Because for me, I have a problem where I always end up with way more blush here than I want, right? Okay. So we lightly swirl. See that? She's a crystal slipper. And then once I get, like I get most of it off of the brush, then I can kind of go around like that. I can dust it up in here. Well, you know what? It didn't really come off there. And I stopped myself because I'm going to do bronzer up there just so you can kind of see the difference. I should do more so you can tell. Even though in real life, like I would stop. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, stop putting it up there, Sherry. I'm just so excited. I like it. Oh, whoop. Hold on. My messages popped up. Let's do, I like tan lines. Let's do tan lines for bronzer. I'm going to use this Dibs brush. I don't like that one little hair right there is sticking out. Bugs me. Okay, let it go, Sherry. Let it go. Swirly swirl. Don't want too much. It's you want to blend it into the hairline, but when you have white hair, it gets interesting. But isn't that a good bronzer color? Can you tell? Like it's just like a natural looking bronze. Yeah. I'm gonna dust a little over my nose and kind of my cheeks. Just do it there. Okay. All right, and just a little extra there, just to kind of take down the shine, like whatever's left over on the brush. And then I look bronzy because the makeup was a little bit light anyway. And it's really pretty on the eyes. Let me do, oh, screw it. See? See how subtle that is? Did it lift my eye? My God, this other eye looks like a droop. It's a drooper. It's a drooper and a pooper. There. Okay. All these little freaking hairs. Okay. I gotta decide what's my makeup gonna be for the wedding. I don't know. I don't know. But I love an event that's not about me because I don't have to care that much. I mean, I care, but what I'm saying is it's not about me. So I'm excited because I don't have to be nervous. I can just cry. Oh, I will too. Oh, my oldest niece. I'm going to go ahead and let's play some more with this ethereal palette. She's my oldest niece. I was 27 when she was born, and I didn't have Caitlin. So I didn't have a baby until I was 36. So she was like my whole world for all those years. Her and then her sister who came along 5 years after. I had 9 years as an auntie, and it was amazing. Being an aunt is fantastic. Yes, that's right, Kathy. You tried that Sigma cleaner. Isn't it nice? I don't know. It just feels faster to me. I don't know. It just feels like less messy. I can turn my phone off now because we won. Okay. So I want to tell you something about this palette. First of all, obviously, gorge. Also, if you remember the swatches, these are not, it's an ethereal palette. So see, you can get a lot of color if you really want to pack it on, but it's really meant to kind of just, oh geez, this light. I feel like the light is too much right now. Let me fix the light. Hold on. Hi, look at my shirt. Where's the button? Hold on. Stick with me. Where is it? 1, 2, because it's so dark in here. There we go. Well, then you still can't see it. Damn it. Hold on. There. Right there. That one. So it's meant to just kind of enhance whatever you have on your eyes. I'm going to practice something with you. You know I'm going for my Mario. Give me my eyeshadow brush. This is the shade Mauve. So I'm wearing a black jumpsuit. It's like a one-armed, I'm going to be like a one-armed bandit. I'm going to use this. Put it all over the lid and up a little. You don't have to use a cream base. I'm just used to that. And I'm going to use you guys. Thanks for letting me use you because I'm just going to try out some ideas to wear. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty just by itself, honestly. Oh my goodness. You know what I might do? What if I did that and then I just did one of the sparkle shades on top of it? I'm even tempted to do this burgundy one right there. Let me see what that looks like. And I'm using my finger because that packs the biggest punch. And I'm just going to go all over the eye. And then I'll kind of whatever's left over, I'll press it up. I'm going to have to blend this because it's somehow I got like a lot up in there. What's going on? What's going on now? And you know, I don't like all this right here. So I'm going to blend this out. I have another brush to blend. I have 1,000 brushes. What am I talking about? 1,000 brushes. Little circles, little circles. We blend and we blend and we blend and we blend. And I'm going to get rid of this outside situation. Oh, eyebrows. This outside situation here. Sometimes when I snap, it makes everything better. I'm going to clean that up. And so I just go from the outer side of my eye up to the brow. See, it gives like a lift. That's what I like. Okay. No. Okay. Like if I'm looking for something or if my brain it feels scattered, I'll just snap and I'll go, and then everything just goes. Yes, the bronzer. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that is what did I say that was? Tan lines. Tan lines. Ding dang, y'all. That's really pretty. Doesn't that just look very elegant? I feel like that just looks really polished with some oh, we gotta use the RMS mascara. Okay. Let me do the other eye real quick, and then we'll just get into the mascara, and then I'll go wash my face. Okay, okay. Maybe just because we're playing, I'll go in with this brown guy. I could do a liner with that guy, but I'm gonna go in with this brown guy. Dun, 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 dun. It's just so pretty like it is. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. Did I just walk away from something? What in the actual? Yes, I did. It doesn't look the same on the camera, but I love that. Okay, hang on. Hang on. And I gotta move all this makeup. Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put all this? Where's my little angle brush? I'm gonna use Angle Man, and I'm gonna use this dark brown. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this dark brown. Oh, gosh, look at that. I don't need that much. Hang on. Let me just go. I'm going to start right in the middle. Right, I'm getting right as like on the lashes. There. Oh, that really opened her up. Look at this eye. It's so sad. Get up there, kid. I'm going to flick it because I've seen people flick it. I'm going to flick it. Do I like it? It's okay. I don't know. We'll see. No, I kind of like it. Don't flick it from the corner. You got to see, look, that's the actual corner. I flicked it from way up here because you got to create an illusion. You got to create an illusion. Okay. Okay. Now let's do the other eye and we'll do something totally different because if I don't end up looking crazy at the end of my life, what have I even done? Should I go a little bit lighter? Maybe I'll do pink. I don't know if I'm going to end up with pink. I'm thinking about for the wedding. No, I think I want to do the same color mauve on the other side, but I'll try a different color on top. Okay. Here we go. If I was asking for a Christmas gift and I didn't already have these, here's what I would ask for. One of these, probably. If I didn't have any, I'd probably ask for sandstone or mauve. I don't know, but this one's good too. That's blush. I'd ask for one of these dudes, and I'd ask for the ethereal palette. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Just giving you ideas for yourself, friends. And you know what? If hubby if hubby asks you on Christmas Eve, what do you want for Christmas? If he's like that, it's okay. Love him anyway. But you tell him, don't you worry. I already got myself covered. Go buy yourself this. And you wrap it and you put it under the tree. You hear me? Do it. Because you deserve it. Okay. Yeah. My husband, he gets me stuff, but I don't always rely on it. Because I'm hard to buy for. I know that. I've accepted that with myself. I'm going to use this one here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of gold. There's these two. No, she's pretty. Oh, which one? Wait, hold on. Okay. Which eye? There is a trick where you just put it like that. See that? So there's like it's just in the middle. So it's just a real light kind of. I just put it all over. With this one, I put it all over. Sometimes I just put it on my lid, but I just kind of want to see what that is, what that does. I like the darker. I like this one. Let's do liner on the other one because we'll, give it a fighting chance. And you know what else? I'm going to take, because I love this shade so much. Hello, Monica. Hello, honey. I know. I was wondering where you were. Did you know? I was telling everybody in the beginning, I was asking about you because the Hourglass palette, I got an email from them and I actually read it. What a concept. They say to put, so after you do your foundation, put on the finishing powder first, then put the other powders on. Makes sense because if your foundation is dewy, then that gives you, okay. I'm just gonna start lightly, kind of. Oh, that's pretty. Boy, that's pigmented. Boy, that's pigmented. Say that twice. Oh my God. Okay. She is. She's got some pigment. But then anyway, all your other powders go on so much smoother if you do that. I still like this one. I've been playing with the new Hourglass every day. Good for you. Yeah, I still like the okay, so let me I'm going to do the same thing with the dark. I mean, I just tapped it one time and that's what it gives me. It's a lot. Wow. I'm just stamping it right along the lash line. My end of my eye is down here, but I'm going to go here and I'll flick it. Flick it. Why does that make me laugh? Ooh, too much flicking. What? Stop. What'd you do? God. I flicked too close to the sun, friends. There. I flicked better on the other side. But also, I'm like way far away. If I was doing this for the actual event, for the actual wedding, then I would maybe do something different. I don't know. Okay. So I know I look crazy. Monica, Makeup by Mario over here, SurrealSkin Foundation. This is Maybelline freaking skin tint. All those makeup artists were not wrong when they said it was really good. I mean, no, it's really good. I feel like Mario has more skincare benefits in it, but both really good if you're bougie on a budget, friends. All right, so let me curl my lashes real quick, do the mascara, and then there it is. Do you hear that? Well, we made it as long as we could, didn't we? Hold on. Come in, princess. So this here, the last 2 times I was live was Darren's work stuff because he was fixing the bathroom. Well, the bathroom's all fixed, but now that's some of my makeup stuff that I've been moving out. Say Say hi, Belzy. Poor Belzy. She's having a hard time getting up the ramp to get on the couch and everything and getting up the stairs. She can get up the stairs earlier in the day, but as it gets later in the day, the old girl, her little legs just give out. Okay, so let me curl. All right. This Jenny Patinkin lash curler, I'm telling you, is the freaking best because it's wider. So if you have almond shape eyes, if you feel like you can't ever get all of your lashes in the curler, you need a larger curler. What are you doing? Don't eat or throw up on anything. I know, mommy's mean. I have all these rules. I'm gonna close. No, that's a makeup sponge. It's not for you. It's like having a toddler. Let's try it. This is the RMS Beauty. I've always been a diva when it comes to mascara. It's why when my friend was selling Unique back in 2013, trying to get me to buy it, I refused because I'm like, what is this online brand? I'm not even going to do it. And then after a few months, I felt bad. So I was like, and I really didn't have the money, to be honest with you. But why do animals? I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT. Maybe it knows. Why do they like to sit on your shit? Like, okay, good brush. That's a good sign. Anyway, so then I tried it finally, and that's when I was like, what the heck? And then I signed up because of the mascara. Everything else, I was like, meh, but the mascara was amazing. Okay, let's see. I have to be honest, I don't know how long I've had this mascara. It's not a super wet formula, which sometimes is good, like I don't like goopy, and this feels like it's thick, but I have to say, I don't, you really, the minute you open a mascara, the clock starts ticking because you've now let air inside. And once air gets inside, and also don't pump it, just wipe it. Although I did see Nikki LaRose say that she pumps her mascara when she opens a new one because she likes it when it's a little bit drier of a formula. She doesn't like it when it's fresh because it's too thin and too wet. Okay, hold on. Why does my messenger just keep popping up on its own? I didn't call for you. Okay, no, this is really, I was not thinking in the beginning that I was really going to like it or was going to do much, but I take that back because it's looking pretty dang good. Wow. Now, I will be wearing a tubing mascara for the wedding because I'm going to be crying. And I don't want mascara everywhere. But also, I don't wear mascara on my bottom lashes usually. Bottom lashes are long, which sounds like a good thing until you put mascara on them and then you look like a Cupid doll. Can you see? Okay. What does it say? Your fur babies do the same thing. Yes. Oh, is that why? Oh, is that why? Yes, it does stink. Oh, he asks her what I want. It would be what, right? I know. I just buy stuff for myself. I'm like, don't worry about it. You got me some nice stuff. But he still likes to get me something sometimes to surprise me. But that way, there's no pressure if it sucks, But this year, I did start making a list of stuff just because, like, we draw names in the family. And then that way, it just makes it easier on people. But if I see something, like, what I'm probably going to put on my list is that quad of things from RMS. I just like it. I've just always wanted it. Don't tell me mascara doesn't make a difference. Dear Lord, this eye, what's happening with you, sir? Excuse me, sir. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. They claim it as their own. That's why she wants to sit on me. I tell you, she's deaf, so I can say this with her here, but I can't imagine not having an animal, but at the same time, I can. Like, I'm gonna need whenever she decides that her time is done, I'm really gonna need some time, like, to be free. She's extremely needy, and even my friends with needy pets, when they meet her or, like, my cousin comes to visit for the week or or my friend watches Bella while we're out of town, she's like, "Wow." Yeah, yeah, I know, and sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy because it's like Eddie the dog on Frasier, like, she just stares at me, just stares, and yeah, it's sweet, yeah, but also, my god, like, leave me alone. I can't with the I'm an energy person, and I just feel the energy of that, like, just stop zapping me with your powers. Okay, this is good. It's good. It really is. Is it the best I've ever used? No. I mean, there's so many mascaras on the market. The other day, I used Lady Gaga's for the first time. House Labs. I don't know if she has more than one, so I don't know what this one is. What's it called? B Structural Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. This was really, really good. And I love the Dibs one. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. That's a tubing mascara with a brown primer, which is so fascinating, but gosh, what a concept. So you don't end up with white lashes before and then have to cover them up because, you can cover it up, but, like, sometimes every once in a while, you'll end up with, like, a little white spot that maybe you miss, you know? Oh, yeah. The long comb. Yes, Definicils, remember that? I have a long comb here that I haven't tried. I haven't used them in a long time. I kinda long story, but I got a bad taste in my mouth for Lancome, so I kind of boycotted them. It's not their fault, it's me, it's personal. But, I have not tried this one before, Lashy Doll, but they were the king. But I'll tell you, after I started using the 3D mascara back in the day, which is those of you who are new here, I don't think there's anybody new here, but, they don't make it anymore. Uh, it made Definicils look puny. So, yeah, and it was, like, the same price, so I did that one. Anyway, okay, I should do some lips. I think all I have up here, because it's what I wear every day, is I just have a lot of, like, mediocre colors. What I mean is, like, sheer stuff and glosses. I don't really have any, like, lip sticks. Do I? No, I don't. But also, you know what? Okay, wait. I do have one. Hold on. It's under here. I have one that I do like. I have to be me, right? At this wedding, I got to be me. So I could do they don't make it anymore. They don't make it anymore, and I own like 6 of them, okay? It's NARS. They make this crayon, but they don't make this color. This color is called Golden Gate. It's in your honor, my Northern California friend, Miss Monica. Um, Golden Gate. It's a lip crayon slash, like, you could use it as lipstick. I just love the color. It's very creamy, which, you know, creamy's good when it goes on, but then, it could be a little drier maybe because it would last longer. Now I do have lip I should have wiped my lips off first, but I did not. See, I feel like that is a good everyday color for me. This was a sample of an Armani lipstick. So anyway, if you like, because you could tell when I put this on, right? The texture of this. These are called satin. This is a satin lip pencil. And then they have a matte lip pencil if you prefer matte. Um, and then this one is shade 104 from Armani. That's all I know. And I'll just hit that in the middle. Oh, that's pretty. And if I have black on, I'll need to do my makeup heavier, most definitely. What happened? Oh, I think that broke because okay. Neither here nor there. I'm going to add some more blush just to be wild and crazy. I was going to add gloss, but I'm not going to because I feel like I got enough of a gloss situation. Now I'm going to go back in with this other blush, that one that was kind of scary looking. Hold on. Of course, it's the last one. I've got 4 of them. I've looked at 3. It's the 4th one. This Maiden's, what's it called? Maiden's Blush. I didn't know where I was going with that. I'm going to use this for the blush. I might regret this. I really might regret this, but I'm going to just, remember, like I said, start at the back because you'll get the most color there wherever you start. If you just kind of want to fade it to the front. I think what happens is I'm in front of this light and then I start doing my makeup and then it looks really like I have a lot on. So then I'm like, whoa. And then I get out in natural light and it doesn't look like I have that much on. Like I, in this mirror, look like ho, ho, ho. But here, I think it looks like normal. My eyes look almost the same, don't they? After I put that one on. But yeah, I really like that. What if I added a little bit more? Oops. Okay. Do you guys ever do this before you go to bed? Like you go in to wash your face and then you see some makeup and you're like, oh, I should just dab some of that on. And the next thing you know, you're looking like a hooer. You're looking like a sinner in church. Okay. Okay, I don't know why this popped into my head, but I feel like when things pop into my head, I have to say it. And this is like not in our normal conversation of stuff. But Darren came home. He has coffee with his friend. We call him Super Chad because Chad has been a lawyer. Chad has been in the FBI. Chad invented the bicycle. Chad did all the things. Chad invented swimming. I don't know. He's done it all. It doesn't matter. Like we had when we got Bella, whatever. Chad had been a dog trainer. He's done all the things. He is super. We call him Super Chad. And he was 45 minutes. He's always late. Darren's like, oh my God, he was 45 minutes late. I was getting ready to leave. I was like, geez, he's the one that told me to be here at 2:30 and da, da, da. He goes, but then he showed up and he's because now he's a professor. Of course he is, at the community college. And he said, sorry, I'm late. He goes, you would not believe the number of kids who come into my classroom after class and tell me that they're having thoughts of harm to themselves. So he's, of course, like sits and talks with them and whatever. And then he was able to get this girl to like walk with him over to where they have mental health services and they could help her or whatever. So brush. Oh, you want to know where I got the brush for the blush? It's Morphe. It's their professional series. And they were on sale. I got it in this whole set. Look at this. The white ones I bought separately in another set. But look at that. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But I think they make the same style in this new one, this new brush. So anyways, so we were talking about that and which this is just so sad. And I have been affected someone very, very close to me. He was like one of my best friends, did that. Monica, you remember Tyrone? That affects you the loved ones that you never get over it, ever. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it popped into my head and I've learned not to question that. I'm not saying it's any of you, but if somebody comes across your path, what I learned from a very dear friend who her daughter was having these sort of ideation things. And thank God told her. So my friend called the national, I don't think I'm allowed to say that on Facebook, on YouTube. She called the hotline and was talking to them. And I didn't know this, but the hotline, they just sit there and talk to you. They're like, oh, you call, because she's like, oh, I'm sorry to bother you. They go, no, no, this is what we're here for. You call if you're worried about your daughter, she can call, but you can call too. If you are dealing with somebody with it, like, we're just here to talk, and we will talk, or we will just sit on the phone with you. We don't have to talk. Like, we're just there. I didn't realize that's what it was about. I don't know what I thought. I think I just thought that it was like crisis and, and I don't know. I just didn't realize it was such a, yeah, he was in a bad place. Oh, you did that for a friend. He was in such a bad place and I needed tools on how to help him. Yes. Yes. And I know, like, logically, oh, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem and things are going to get better and and you think about, like, I used to think, and I was so mad for so many years and would think, gosh, how selfish, like, just how absolutely selfish. And then I learned that when somebody is in that, they're already in that state in their mind, because things are not functioning right, in their mind, everyone would be better off without them. They can't even get themselves to a place to think of, like, what it would do to people. They just want the pain to stop. So, anyways, I don't that just popped. We just had that conversation, which is probably part of the reason too, but anyway, I've just learned anytime something like that pops into the brain, I'm gonna say it because you just never know. You just never know. And I often think about, because he was 21, and I think about, like, when I got married, I thought, oh my gosh, like, he would have ended up getting married at some point, probably. He would have had children. He would have, you know, like, just all the things. And I actually, when you have those dreams that you're like, that was not a dream, that was a visit. I had a visit from him in my dream a couple of months after he passed. And have you ever had a dream where, like, you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, if I would have realized that was a dream, I would have asked a lot more questions. I would have done this, I would have done that, whatever. This was not that. In this dream, I asked him every question I wanted to know. I think I just inhaled some powder. I asked him every question I wanted to know. I remember at his funeral, his hands were really flat, his fingers, because he always had big, big fingers, big hands. His hands were really flat. It bothered me. So in my dream, I was at my grandma's house, and they say that often if you have a dream like that feels really real, or it's like a visit or whatever, that you'll be in a place where you feel really safe. And we were in her room, and I sat on the bed, and he sat next to me, he grabbed my hand like this. And the first thing I did is I looked at his fingers, and I was like, oh, and he laughed at me. He goes, they're fine. They're fine, Sherry. They're fine. And I was like, okay, idiot. Like, why did you do this? And he was like, oh, I was so stupid. I was so stupid. He's like, I regret it, but it's okay. And I'm okay. And, because then I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like, did you go to hell? What, all that stuff, whatever. And he's like, no, I'm fine. It's all good. But, like, whatever. And he was saying, like, whatever lesson you were here on earth to learn, you still have to do the work. Like, whatever that means, I didn't get all into it with him, but anyway, I know, super Chad, right? He is super, and he is Chad. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Isn't that nice, Stacy? I know. I love that. I love that. Is this my wedding look, friends? Thank you. It feels very balanced. So again, this is Mario, and I don't have powder on. So Mario, Maybelline. Oh, oh, there's a luminizer. Were you looking for the luminizer? There she is, right there. But see, Mario's so dewy, I don't feel like I needed. Did I put luminizer there? I think I did, but this guy, I did really extra. Uh-huh. One thing, and this is so wild, but this is what we do. We're friends. This is how we would talk if you were here in the room with me. So that's what we're doing. One thing that Rosemary said about this is when you are taking your brush, not this brush, but let's just say you're taking your brush, and she said, don't put this right up under your eye. She said, look where the shadows are. So like right, okay, wait, I had it like right here. I'll use my finger. Does it have burgundy shadow on it? This is really light. But she's like right in there. Don't go all the way up. I have a shadow right there. Even though she said don't put a lot of makeup in this area because it'll make you look old. Woo! Rosemary, do you know what you're talking about? Yeah, so like right where that like divot is. Yeah, so sometimes Darren will come home from coffee and he'll be like, oh, like I'll say something about plumbing. Well, Chad used to own a plumbing business. Of course he did. Of course he did. That, yes. So Stacy says that visitation must have been calming and gave you some closure. It so did. I woke up like a weight had been lifted off of my chest because, see, he was the brother to my first husband. And my first husband and I, Monica lived this story with me through high school, like with the boyfriend and the whole thing. She was there. But he was the brother of my first husband, and we dated for like 11 years. But he and I were broken up at the time because we had gotten in. And I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna be like, Sherry, what the hell? Why didn't you run? I don't know. So stupid. But we were engaged. He broke off the engagement. And during that time is when that happened with his brother. Okay, I'm sorry, but that lady knows what she's talking about because that is a freaking miracle right there. Okay, where else is there a shadow? There's a shadow right here. But that's like a deep crevice. Like, are we gonna get in there? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he had girl trouble. And I will tell you, so he wrote like a 10-page letter to the family. So I went over there right away because it was here in town. And his stepmom called me. She's like, we heard that he got hurt or something. Have you heard from him? And I'm like, no, because I'm not talking to anybody. And so then she's like, we heard he got shot. And I was like, okay, now I'm thinking he got shot in the leg or something. I don't even know, right? So I drove over to the house and there were police and everybody there. And then they told me what happened. But yeah, I hadn't seen. So anyway, there was a 10-page letter. And there was a separate letter to the girlfriend. And the girlfriend wasn't there. They had just broken up or something, or she had broken up with him or whatever. And I just thought to myself, nope, I'm opening that letter. I did. I said, give me that letter. Because it was none of my business. I don't care. This girl does not need to be traumatized for the rest of her life. So there was a letter to her that was not nice. And you know what? I threw it away. She didn't need to know that. She didn't need to know any of that because it was not nice. It was mean. And she would have lived with that for the rest of her life. And I didn't do it. And I won't take it back either. somebody was like, "No, no, she," I go, "Oh, no. I will fight you for this. I will fight you." "Hey, I'll fight you too. Stop it. Behave." She knows what that means. Um, oh, yeah, didn't thank you, Miss Monica. Yeah, that one didn't deserve you. I run into him now. My niece was in the hospital a couple weeks ago in Simi. Monica knows where that is. Simi Valley Hospital. Um, we're sitting in her room. Okay. So this hospital, you guys, it's like, I don't know, it's like 8 miles from here. But it's like off the freeway, way back in the okay. Sitting in her room, and I'd been there visiting her for a few days. I look out the window. There goes Richard, just walking down a random street in Simi Valley. He's got his headphones on. He's just walking, like out for exercise. I go, the Richard just like he just walked by. I don't understand what's happening right now. I have one tattoo and it's the semicolon. It's for a close friend that just didn't reach out, and his story definitely wasn't over. Kathy. Oh, I want to cry. What? What? That is an incredible tattoo. That is amazing. I think too, I just think that there are some people, like the day that this happened, he had gone to the mall with a bunch of friends. They dropped him off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 4:30, they had no idea. No idea. The college out here where Super Chad works, Moorpark College, um, shut down for 3 days. He was that popular. He had that many friends. He was on the football team. Where it's a community college. Community colleges don't usually have that kind of community. But you know what I mean? They shut it down. They had to bring in trailers for, like, counseling for people. So, I bet you they didn't have those kind of services before that, right? That is such an amazing tattoo. Isn't that really? Oh my gosh. So anyways, I know, it took a turn, but you know what? I don't know. Hopefully not, but at some point, if anybody feels like or they run across somebody who just needs somebody to talk to, maybe that's why this was. I don't ask why. I'm out here doing the Lord's work. I'm out here doing the Lord's work, friends. Thank you for hanging with me. This is just my favorite night of the week, and thanks for helping me. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. This with my, if you were at convention, I don't even remember what year it was, but anyway, and I didn't know, or I forgot, it's a freaking Halston. It's a Halston jumpsuit. And it's like a half thing hoochie here. And it's all black, that really nice material. I don't know what you call it. It's a one-armed wonder. But it's got like a little bit of like a ruffle, but not really. But what's cool is because it goes this way, well, then at the waist, even though it's a jumpsuit, there's like a little tie thingy, and then it kinda swoops, so it covers up your pumpkin. It covers up your pumpkin situation. And it's a wide leg pants, like a jumpsuit. So I just have some really nice, simple, like, flat sandals, which is good because my man, well, he's like a 3/4 of an inch shorter than me, half an inch shorter than me, but I feel like he's shrinking faster than I am, because it feels like a little more of a situation. Um, what kind of voodoo is she practicing? Oh gosh. Thanks, guys. Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm excited, and I'm relieved to have this all done, because I was like, "Oh, I gotta take time to sit down but we're doing all the so all tomorrow I gotta take my mom to the dermatologist because I noticed a scab on her head, and she was like, um, "Oh, that's been there for forever. Don't worry about it." That's not good. That's not good that it's been there forever. So then I make an appointment because I had to like get her insurance figured out. Does this, da, 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 does my doctor, because I don't want to just take her to some rando. Does my doctor take her insurance? Whatever. Yeah, they do. Okay. So I got her in. Finally get to go tomorrow. Get to. She texts me today. Hey, that scab's gone. You can cancel my appointment. Yeah. I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. We're going to go. We're going to have it looked at. Okay. So I'm doing that tomorrow. Saturday is the move with all this stuff out, carpet stretched, and start prepping because Sunday's my sister's 50th birthday. So the whole family is coming over and I have a really exciting surprise for her. But I don't want to tell you, I don't think she would watch this. I really don't. But just in case, I don't want to say anything. But I'm really excited. It's hard for me not to tell. So anyway, I will. Oh, my mom. I will tell her. It's been a great hangout. Yes, and thank you all so much. Okay, so I will see. I know she's 50. How is that possible? I'm just still, I'm like 23. Like, how that happened? I will see you all next Thursday. And there's gonna be a third. She's getting married on a Thursday, so there's a Thursday I won't be here. Then there's another. I got some things coming up. So I got some friends coming, some families coming to town, and then the week after that, friends are coming to town. I've got multiple Disney trips coming up. Can you believe it? But guess what? Disney with no kids. Because I got a cousin coming to town and she wants to go, so we're gonna go. And then 2 weeks later, I got a friend coming to town. We're gonna go. I haven't been to Disney without kids since before I had kids. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to eat and we're going to snack. And if we see a long line, we're not going to get in it. We're not going to get in it. We're going to find a bench. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch people. We're going to do everything and nothing. And everything's a blessing. So I'm very excited. Monica, you need to come. Let's make it a third trip. We'll go 3 times. Yes. You know what, though? We could make a giant haul to Sephora, or we could go to Disney. I don't know. I think we might want to go to Sephora. Anyways. All right. Yes, come to visit. All right. Love you guys. So good to see you. And I will see you. And stay tuned. I got some more videos I'll be dropping. So, all right. Love you. Bye.